That's how I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me over in this daggone break room, y'all. Boy. All right. Okay, y'all see the title. All right. We don't have a thumbnail, but we will by the end of this live stream. Shouts out to all my early break room sis that's piling into the break room. Good morning, good afternoon to you, Damn EB, Latoy, Mel, Mama Twins' Maja, Wait For It, Naruda, Miss LaShonda, Miss Above, Freddy's, okay, Freddy's. Let's see, Kenya. Let me see who else is in here. Miss Mimi, Miss Rodriguez. Look at all my sis piling on in. Hey, Canada. Miss Rodriguez, Raya, Aisha. Good morning, y'all. Good afternoon. All right, y'all. So we're going to talk about it. We got some conversations that we're going to have today, y'all. We got Skye, we got Jasmine, we got Wine Glass in the break room. And, y'all know we've been talking about Skye, or not Skye. Well, we have been talking about Skye, but y'all, we've been talking about Jasmine for a couple of days now. And a lot of you guys have been coming in the replay of the comments of these live streams, definitely leaving your thoughts and opinions. Hey, Walk. Hey, Chanita, Cham, Miss Jones. Hey, y'all. Thank y'all so much for coming in. Hey, Tay Tay. Thank y'all for coming in. Make sure you guys clock into the break room. Miss OKC. Miss 28, T Wilson in the building. Okay, Sierra up in here. Joss up in the building. Good morning, good afternoon to you all. That damn EB said, child, we up in here, girl. Okay. Hey, T-Ray. So y'all, we've been yes, you might need. Wait for it. Let's start with the coffee, okay? Let's take it a little nice and slow. And then we may have to, tinker on over there to a little, little liquor. Pour out a little liquor. So y'all know we've been talking about Jasmine, and a lot of you guys were asking or giving your thoughts and opinions. You guys felt like maybe Jasmine deleted her own or hid her channel, right? Hey, Isis. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I don't think she hid that channel. I believe her channel was terminated. Okay. I don't think Jasmine would do all this to build her My Jazzed Up Life channel, because let's be honest, her My Jazzed Up Life channel, she really wasn't posting over there like that, She was more comfortable and complacent on the My Jazzy Life channel, and unfortunately for her, there's some things happen. Hey, Brown Sugar. Hey, Blessed. And YouTube decided to take her channel down. Yeah, she is reposting old content, which is actually not a good idea. Jasmine is reposting repurposed or used content that she's already paid for. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't really know how that works in the YouTube land, because I'm not a vlogger, so I don't take videos from one channel and put them on the other. So I don't know how that works. I know a lot of you guys are saying, like, Blue Evoy is just not saying you cannot do that. So more than just Blue Evoy has said that in my comments that you cannot do that. So I guess Jasmine is throwing caution to the wind. She did say in that live stream that we watched yesterday, if you were in my live yesterday morning, she did say that she's kind of lost her interest for social media, at all. Jasmine keeps saying, my jazzy life was her main source of income. That's how she fed herself, her children, and losing that has definitely been a very traumatic blow to her. Now, it sounds like from what Jasmine has stated that people were reporting videos and they were doing some mass reporting of videos, and I guess it alerted YouTube, and they did a human, like humans actually looked at it. For my opinion, took the channel down. Jasmine did say that she appealed it and they denied it. So, you can appeal and can get a denial. Just because you appeal doesn't mean that they will reconsider. And Jasmine basically said that reuse content can get you demonetized. Okay, Lady T Bug said reuse content can get you demonetized. What's up, Suma? Miss Zaria is in the building. Good morning, good afternoon to each and every one of you all. Hey, Regina. So apparently, hey Anisha, I don't know if I spoke to you, but hey, baby. Um, I don't know, y'all. Like I said, I don't know what's going on. Like I said, we suggested to Jasmine, well, sis, yeah, it sucks that and when I say this, I'm not saying this sarcastically. It does suck that her channel got removed. It sucks that Jasmine is taking this hit as hard as she is. It sucks that Jasmine can't pivot to something else, be it, I don't know, a job. And I know a lot of you guys, I noticed in my comments in the replay, you guys don't like to hear the suggestion of working. I don't know why. Y'all don't like to hear that. There were a few people coming in my comments saying jobs are not that easy to get. And it really depends on what type of job you're trying to get. Are you applying for the jobs that you're not qualified for? Like, are you applying for jobs that are asking for you to have a bachelor's degree and you only have a high school diploma? I'm not saying every job you apply for that you will get. I mean, obviously, there's always going to be somebody more qualified than you. It depends on how strong your resume is. There's a lot of factors into jumping out here to the workforce. But y'all got to understand, Jasmine lives in the state of Texas, okay? Texas is a very big state. There's a lot of Fortune 500 companies in the state of Texas. Um, there's a lot of job availability in the state of Texas. Okay. Jasmine also lives in or around the surrounding areas of Austin, Texas, which, if you guys do not know, Austin is the state capital of Texas. Okay. So there's a lot going through the state, or excuse me, the city of Austin. Again, it's always just a suggestion. It's not necessarily what she needs to do. Let's be honest, y'all. If Jasmine feels like she doesn't want to work or don't need to work or can't work, I mean, ultimately she has to deal with the consequences of that. Y'all, we have to understand that we are just watching these people who decide to upload facets of their life to the internet. I mean, theoretically, it's not our problem. Jasmine losing her channel is not our problem. We can definitely give her suggestions. We can say whatever, but ultimately Jasmine has to make the decision. And although she's been on social media for 12 years, well, let me say YouTube for 12 years, and in 12 years she was managed to grow that channel to a little over 60,000 followers, and and don't really have much to show for all of that. That's unfortunate for her. But Jasmine has backup. She does have a backup. She has her My Jazzed Up Life channel, which has about 19,600 followers. She has her other channel, Extra Jazz and Chris. All this means is Jasmine's just going to have to work harder than she's worked before. That's just all to it. She's going to have to work harder than she's had to work recently. Okay, that's all that means. It doesn't mean anything more than that. Okay. Hold on, you guys. All right, you guys. So Anisha said, so you let go from one job. What do you do? Sit and wait for the next one to call you? I didn't know it worked like that. Don't we as parents? So we have to when it's time. Um, I think I know what you're saying, Anisha. You're saying if you get left, if one job fires you or lets you go or they lay you off, do you just sit around and wait for the next job to call you? No, because the next job doesn't know you exist. So theoretically, what you have to do is you have to put yourself out there. But y'all got to understand, Jasmine doesn't want to do that. Jasmine says that she can't work because she has a toddler. Now, if y'all remember, prior to Legend being born, she couldn't work because she had the twins. That was her excuse when the twins were little. Now the twins are in first grade, so now she has a new excuse. I can't work because I have Legend. So, sis, if we give you suggestions and every suggestion we give you, you shoot it down like a bird flying in the sky, then what do you want us to say at this point? We've listened. We've heard you. There's nothing else we can do, you know? Now is the perfect time of the year to get a job. She won't. She'll be evicted before she goes out and seeks employment. Hopefully, her mother and her father won't allow her to be evicted. Hopefully, they can pitch in and try to help Jasmine where she's lacking. Um, I'm trying to read you guys' comment. Hey, Hot Chocolate, Jasmine has no sense of hustle and grind. Walk said I had two at one time that was topless, and it never stopped me from working two jobs. I had two. Oh, you're saying you had two toddlers at one time. Yeah, I mean most of us moms, there's a lot, obviously, y'all, there's a lot of moms who work who have toddlers. There's a lot of mothers who work who have newborns, 1-year-olds, 2-year-olds. Jasmine is not exempt. There's a lot of women who work jobs and have 3-year-olds. Yeah, she's not the only one in the world. But y'all got to understand, the women who are not making excuses are the women who want to do something. The women who know the only way I can survive is if I do go out and work. Jasmine doesn't want to go out into the workforce. She says she's done that before. Jasmine, you're 33, 34 years old. Girl, you act like you 53. I mean, let's be honest. If you've been doing YouTube for 12 years, so pretty much all of your 20s, if you worked, you may have worked what, 6 months, a year? And then the rest of your 20s, you were, sitting up on your YouTube channel. I don't know, y'all. Like I said, it doesn't really make sense for us to keep repeating, Jasmine, go get a job. Y'all, Jasmine is an adult. Okay, let me just say this. She's an adult. She's an adult. If you got to keep convincing an adult of 5 children to go do something different, if one thing is not working for you, why do we have to keep suggesting, Jasmine, maybe go find a job for the meanwhile until you can build your channel up? And she's constantly telling us she doesn't want to do that. So if she does not want to do that, y'all, why do we keep suggesting that? Think about it. Jasmine hasn't had a real job. She worked in her early 20s once. It's been 14 years. Exactly. And let's be honest, she in that 14-year time, Suma, to your comment, she she managed to survive. Like, okay? Like, she may not had the best of a living situation, but she had a situation where she was thriving. As much as you guys like Jasmine, y'all gotta understand Jasmine's lazy. She don't want to do no more than what she's doing. Let me tell y'all something. Not trying to act like Chrissy is better than Jasmine or Jasmine's better than Chrissy. But if Chrissy, a mother of five, or excuse me, not five, 9 children, at least around the holidays or whenever, if Chrissy can go get a job, even if it's just for the holidays, why is Jasmine exempt? That's my thing. As a mother who does social media, if Chrissy will go hustle a job, not just Chrissy, y'all know we talked about Wineglass the other day. She's working a job. She went to work. Now obviously Wineglass and My Jazzy Life don't have the same subscribers. Jasmine has far more than her, and Wineglass has one less child than Jasmine. But the whole point of me saying this is your channel being taken down by YouTube sucks, but it seems like there's nothing you can do about it. So constantly getting on the internet, talking to TikTok and Facebook, crying about it doesn't solve the fact that YouTube made their decision. And unfortunately for Jasmine, she got to live by it. You know? Yeah, Blue E Boy, I will give Chrissy that much. If I don't give her nothing else, at least the girl will go work around the holidays. Maybe she works throughout the year too, but we definitely know around the holidays, Chrissy is notorious for going to pick her up an Amazon job to help to get extra money. So, Say Cheese says, Jasmine, hush. Home all day, every day. You delayed 5 kids from traumatizing them and neglect so bad they all, oh Lord, not they all need speech therapy. She's been home for over a decade and hasn't even developed new skills either. No attempts to get any certifications or license to have in her back pocket. Just in case, shaking my head, just lazy. The fact that Jasmine hasn't pivoted from what she's been showing us from, like you said, Latrice, over a decade. The fact that Jasmine didn't pivot and change with the times. And you know what? What's that girl named? Life of Kiera. She's another mom on YouTube that's been on here for a very long time. Life of Kiera is another mom on YouTube that's been on here for a very, very long time. And she's not going to work. But Life of Kiera has about 100,000. Her channel hasn't really grown much since she hit 100,000 a few years ago. And she's managing to, now she only has 2 kids, but she manages to live off her YouTube money. Life of Kiera also does have a strong family support system, a family that supports her. All I'm saying is, y'all, just because it works for one person doesn't mean the same is going to work for you. Jasmine got to understand a lot of what is probably recently happening to her is due to her own negligence. You know, it's due to her own negligence. Am I saying, hi, Jasmine, that's what you get? No, I would never say that because I don't wish ill on nobody. Not one time was I sitting in my bed and said, "Ooh, I hope Jasmine's channel gets struck down." Not one time did I ever think that, because I don't wish ill will on none of these ladies. But all I'm going to say is, you know, Jasmine talked about how the internet harassed her. She got numerous CPS calls, people pulling up in front of her house. So if allegedly the internet was doing all this to you, did you not think that the internet could possibly tamper with your channel too? Like, I just feel like she should have been taking provisions in the event that something like that happened. Because like I've said many times, y'all, we don't own these channels. Jasmine never owned My Jazzy Life. I don't own TMR Goddamn Talk. None of us own these platforms. We utilize them because Google give us the right to utilize these channels, but they're not ours. They don't belong to us exclusively. Okay. Um, Nan Ruda said Jasmine's lack of motivation is the reason for her current circumstances, no more, no less. That's so true. That is so true, Nan Ruda. Good morning, good afternoon to you, Sam Dolphin. Let's see what else. Jasmine should have let this YouTube thing go a long time ago. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that Jasmine should have let it go, because why should Jasmine let it go and everybody else is still holding on to it? I personally feel like Jasmine should have took her channel more seriously. I feel like at some point Jasmine should have pivoted. Jasmine has got on this internet and just complained and cried about everything that goes on in her life. Like, her channel is very dark. It's very dark. It's never really anything. And even when she starts a video off that you may think something positive happened, she some way, somehow, she'll insert some negativity. Jasmine, in my opinion, y'all, she's a very negative person. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Maybe Jasmine's not happy with her life or her certain circumstances in her life. I don't know. But she's definitely a very very dark person. People definitely do get tired of the begging. That is oh so true. That's true, Cole. People definitely do get tired of the begging. And that's what Jasmine has done. Instead of Jasmine using her channel to build on other things, Jasmine took many opportunities to rifle through the pockets of her audience because she's seen it worked. And yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I have too much respect for y'all to sit around and hope and pray that y'all can finance every need that I have, or every need that I want. I just feel like she took advantage of her channel. You know, the constant registries. Like, I can understand. I had a baby. I bought a house. Those registries, I get those, right? I mean, think about you guys as friends in your personal life, okay? Think about the friends in your personal life. How many times do your friends hit you up with, "Hey girl, I just had a life-changing event. I'm doing a registry." Typically, people just do registries like, "I'm getting married, I'm having my first baby, or I'm having a special type of pregnancy, twins or triplets, or I'm having my first girl, or I'm having my first boy." And then they'll do registries like that, right? Or, "I bought a house, I'm moving into my first house," or, monumental things like that. Jasmine, she started doing registries because she knew it upset the internet. She wanted it to be a conversation piece. And I'm sorry, y'all, she triggered the internet, obviously. Um, TMR, I said this to you before. Your subs and comments for me, but you, TMR, know that word. And God said that the poor will be with us. The words say, "Blessed are the poor." She's imperfect. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying Jasmine could have been on YouTube, but she should have had something else established by now, that YouTube is only supplemental. Yeah, I mean, YouTube for some people is very lucrative for them, and for others it is supplemental, right? We could just say that for Jasmine, it should have been something she used to supplement, because she complained so much. Again, we can only go by what Jasmine told us. Jasmine complained so much. Graduations too, I'm sorry. Um, Jasmine has complained so much about how she's barely making it. She's not rich. Life is hard. She struggles. She struggles. She struggles. She struggles. She kept telling us that. So then all of us said, "Well, okay, Jasmine, like, sis, we get it. Like, it's hard out here for everybody. So if you're struggling so much, why don't you go get a job to help supplement your existing income?" But every time you would suggest job to her, Jasmine would cuss you out. I don't know, y'all. It was very strange. Very, very strange. So let me get into um one of her two of her most recent videos. Um let's do this one. Jasmine did a announcement to her TikTok audience, basically to let them know that her channel was taken down, and to let people know that My Jazzy Life no longer exists, and to go over to her My Jazzed Up Life channel. You can definitely tell that she's pissed. And she should be mad, right? I'd be mad too. Um, but she's not really feeling the fact that although My Jazzy Life as of right now is gone, that she still has a backup. That's my thing. Like her My Jazzed Up Life channel could be just as lucrative. So she titled it, I Lost My Main Source of Income and I Have 5 Kids. This was her TikTok video. So let's get into it, y'all. Wait a minute, hold on. It's not sharing for some reason. Oh, here it is. All right, you guys,
You
here we
guys,
go.
what's been going on? I have been on my YouTube. Hold on. So let me say this. I lost my YouTube page just recently, and that was my main source of income. It's how I provided for my kids. It's how I kept. Although I do make a little bit of change on every other platform, but it's not compared to YouTube. So the thing that happened just recently, somebody decided they wanted to, like, y'all know, mass click that R button on.
All right, you guys. I'm so sorry. My live stream messed up. I had to back out and come back in. So let me get back to Jasmine. I apologize for that, you guys.
Doing S3X and showing new. Y'all know. We gonna keep it simple and basic. So I do have a second page, and it is my Jazzed Up Life. So I kind of touch base on what happened over there, so y'all can go to that page. So I know a lot of you are gonna say, Jasmine, you have a second page consistently, like I do on my main page. My main page was my main source of income, and although I do have people that don't like me on my platform, they harass me, they bully me, they dox my address, they don't care about my children, and that's totally fine that they don't care. They can talk about me. Some of them even react on me. And honestly, I don't care about the reaction, but whenever I feel like you're doing stuff to take money out of my kid's mouth, but at the same time, you're trying to make money off me, it's just ridiculous to me. It doesn't make any sense because eventually it'll stop, though, right? I'm so irritated. Just y'all, I've been so depressed. And yeah, so my page got took down due to that report.
All right. I'm not even going to apologize. I'm just going to tell you something happened. Okay. Let's try this again.
Over my second page. Like I said, head over there. Y'all can have like the backstory. But I have been on YouTube for about 12 years. My oldest is 12. I've been on there since she was documented my journey, my pregnancy journey with her, but I also documented memories with my kids. And honestly, I was sitting here looking at my hard drive. I don't have all those memories. I can't get all those memories back. And I was looking at them like I have some stuff. Most memories I have are a couple of birthdays, but I also have like Legends birth vlog, but I don't have Kaylin's. The ones that are real sentimental and no edits, I don't have Kaylin's, I don't have Maya's, I don't have the twins, and that's what was really close to my heart.
So here's the thing. Jasmine's saying that she's lost the videos that were very sentimental to her, the birth of her first child, the birth of her second child, the birth of her twins. But for some reason, she has Legends, which is her last child. My thing is, sis, if they were that sentimental to you, then why didn't you have them stored somewhere in addition to YouTube? If these videos were so sentimental, why were they sitting on YouTube? Anything could have happened. Obviously, what happened? YouTube decided to take her channel down for whatever her reasons she says YouTube gave her. If they were so sentimental, sis, Kaylin was born 12 years ago. She just turned 12. Like, you had 12 years to archive that video somewhere other than YouTube. Like, that's your fault that you decided to let YouTube be your treasure chest. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't make sense. Like, if I got a photo that's very sentimental to me and I post it on my social media, I'm gonna post it somewhere else too, so I can forever save it.
Those birth videos and birthday videos, I don't have all of those. I only have like the last couple of years from when I was in my last house. So with that being said, I've been through such just take away everything. And it's more to this story, y'all. They've been sending me messages threatening me, calling my phone threatening me. And someone also said, like, here, I'm gonna show y'all. So this was the other message that I got. I don't even know who this person is, like, at all. They said that I basically sabotaged their page and they had over 6K followers. So if you're a content creator, of course you know how things work, especially on YouTube. So if somebody takes your video and re-upload your video for their content and YouTube sends you a notification and you can pull that off, that does not remove your page. So what removes your page is if you do it a lot of times and you do it to multiple creators and multiple creators then take the video down. YouTube does not play. So if your video got removed after you have 6K followers, or your video, your page, that means I'm not the only creator that strike once the video was removed. On top of that, what they got was a warning and probably like,
Let me say this, y'all. Jasmine wants to continuously explain to us why her main channel is no more. The time that she's spending complaining to us about her channel, she could be spending that time creating new memories, new content, maybe reinventing herself on her backup channel, which is called My Jazzed Up Life. Yeah, you know what? I'm not saying that she shouldn't feel some type of way about losing 60,000 plus subscribers. Yeah, you should feel some type of way, sis. because, it's not easy, trying to get 60,000 people to come watch you on one platform. But the reality is things happen. Stuff happens to people in life that they do sometimes have control over and sometimes don't have control over. Watching Jasmine spiraling out of control is just the epitome of why we have suggested to Jasmine throughout the years, Jasmine, you need something else to interest you other than social media. This is a clear example of, Jasmine, you should have had something in addition to. She invested her whole entire existence in her YouTube channel. Is that smart? No, that's not smart. You always got to have something else going on in addition to what you currently have going on in the event that something happens, which in her situation, something happened. Give me a moment.
Re-upload people's stuff. You want water? Hold on. All right. So they'll just say like you can't comment or you can't go live and stuff like that. You get little warnings. So I didn't get a warning, y'all, and it didn't say that I got affected from just a video. It said your page, and I was just like, what? My page? I post regular content, and I have so many haters, y'all. I say haters because that's what they truly are. They are in my comment section. Y'all can go look at that live stream I did. They're in my comment section saying, Jasmine, you deserve this. Your kids deserve this. You did it to your kids. Why would we deserve this? And then they said you broke the rules. How can I break the rules? One of my videos, and I appealed it, and it was like a purse unboxing, and they reported it for the same thing. How? So I've cried like so many tears, y'all. Like I don't feel like I have another tear in me at this point, but I'm just tired, and people were telling me, you need to go do this, you need to go do that, you need to get a job. Good. I'm glad that you lost your YouTube income, so you need to go get a 9-to-5. I've worked a 9-to-5. I've never said I never came from a 9-to-5. And people like to use, they say you talk about people 9-to-5. I don't know where you've seen that at on my page. I never spoke about it. If you work a 9-to-5, you work a 9-to-5.
Jasmine, you didn't necessarily talk about people who work 9-to-5, but you made like people who work 9-to-5. There are times, Jasmine, that you made it like people who work 9-to-5, like you pitied the fact that people had to get up and go to work. Yeah, you did do that, Jasmine. We've talked about that several times. You almost, just like Olivia the other day when she was bragging about the fact that she didn't have to get up out of her bed and everybody else does that's watching her. Jasmine, you didn't go that far, but you almost made it like working a 9-to-5 was beneath you because you felt like you were safe and secure with your YouTube channel. And obviously you see, sis, that you're not, right? Same way that when you put your money in the bank, right? When you put your money in the bank, you don't just put your money in the bank and just feel like, okay, nothing will ever happen. Even the bank has insurance on the money that they're holding for their customers. They're insured by the FDIC. So what I'm saying to Jasmine is you should have had some type of insurance in the event that something could have happened to your channel. Obviously, it would have been a blow to you that you would have felt, but you could have kept pivoting on by moving on to whatever in additional things that she had going on. Jasmine's mad because a lot of her sponsors were from her My Jazzy Life channel. Well, Jasmine, if you've been working with these people for a couple of years or a few years, don't you have a rapport with these people by now? All you have to do is write them or email them and say to them, look, something happened and I lost my main channel. I still would like to collab with you all. I have another channel that has 20,000 subscribers. Can I go ahead and still do promo with you, but upload it on my backup channel, which is called My Jazzed Up Life, which is still about me being a mother of 5 kids. That's Jasmine's problem. You don't know how to communicate, sis. You don't know how to communicate. You don't know how to handle business, because a businesswoman would have just, it's like any other business. Some days you have good business, some days you have bad business. Now, I know a lot of people say, yeah, she had over 60,000, but she was barely getting 10,000 views. Even with that being said, y'all, excuse me, 10,000 views still equates money. It wasn't like, oh, because she wasn't getting 60,000 views for every video. If she got 10,000 views, that was still $200, $300, $400 for her. You know what I'm saying? So it still equates to money, regardless if she got 10,000 views, 4,000 views, or 2,000 views. Jasmine's channel was monetized. So yeah, I do understand that she's feeling the hit. But getting on the internet, posting you lost your channel all across social media doesn't get the channel back. So what I'm hoping Jasmine is doing is working on content to put on My Jazzed Up Life, and also filling out applications and try to get you a job. Yeah, Jasmine, you said you have worked a 9-to-5. Let's be honest, sis, we've been watching you for 12 years. The 9-to-5 job that you claim you had was very short-lived. I remember videos on my Jazzy Life when her and Philip, her first baby daddy, were together. He would ask Jasmine, "Are you gonna go apply for a job today?" Like there was a vlog where they were standing in the kitchen and he was asking her, "Are you gonna go apply for a job today?" You know, Jasmine got comfortable and complacent. Jasmine's biggest problem is she lazy. Like, in a sense, social media made her lazy. She got real comfortable with living on the internet. And Jasmine, she's mad because she's like, well, why does everybody else get to upload videos and I have to go to work and get to live on the internet and I can't? Well, Jasmine, we don't have an answer for that. Only God knows that answer. So you're going to have to ask God, because we don't have that answer for you. We don't know why that's just like saying somebody's rich and you're not. So you're sitting around saying, well, why are they rich and I'm not rich? I don't know. It depends on your circumstances versus that other person's circumstances. Everybody's circumstances are different.
What's wrong with that? The reason why YouTube was so beneficial for me, if you guys haven't been watching me for a while, of course I can give you a little short backstory. My older kid's dad went to jail when I had my twins, and I had no way to get childcare. When I had CCMS, it was a waiting list. So I stayed at home and took care of my kids and posted content. I then had my last child. He is 2. I don't have childcare, but I am on the waiting list. And he's here. People are like, go get a job, go DoorDash. These are the same people that reported me to CPS for walking 20 steps from my car to let my kids see the turtles because my twins were asleep. But they're telling me to go DoorDash.
Wait a minute. What does that have to do with you door dashing? The reason why, so some of you guys may not know, about 5 years ago, I think it was like 2019, Jasmine did a video where she had Kaylin and Amaya with her 2 oldest daughters or 2 oldest children, and she had the twins. Legend wasn't born yet. And there was a video where Jasmine had the twins in the car, in their car seats, because they were like 1 or less than 1 years old. And she had the car running because it was hot. I think it was like summer. It was maybe July, August, somewhere around there. I don't remember the exact season, but it was warm outside. And she had the car running. And she left the kids in the parking lot of the park where she was at and walked her 2 oldest daughters to the creek or the lake to show them turtles or something. And she turned the camera to show us that the twins were in the car. So people, now again, she was a far distance from her car. The reason why people were alarmed by that is because y'all know people do carjacking all the time. Y'all see it on the news all the time. People pull up at the gas station, got their kids in the car, running the gas station real quick, car still running. Somebody noticed that there's a car running unattended, jump in the car and run off. So people were like, well, Jasmine, that could have been you. Like, that was very careless of you. So people, I guess they called CPS and told her she was being careless, and she left her children unattended in a running vehicle, which they were unattended. She wasn't inside the vehicle. You were yards away from the car. So that's considered unattended. So yes, that has nothing to do with DoorDash. If you took Legend with you and you went door dashing, and so I guess what she's saying is, if I leave Legend in a car, so I can go in the store and get the food and put it, So here's the thing, Jasmine. Since you gotta do what you gotta do, obviously cut the car off, take the key with you, don't leave the car running, and the door's unlocked with Legend in a car, right? But here's a tip for you, Jasmine. Don't vlog it. If you don't vlog it, we won't see it. The reason why people reported you is because you showed it in the video that you left your children unattended. This is why Jasmine needs a job. She doesn't have social skills. She doesn't have critical thinking skills. She's not a critical thinker. She acts as if she's delayed in her conversation. Things that seems very apparent to us doesn't seem apparent to her.
I wouldn't mind doing DoorDash. I would like it if someone would watch my son, but I can't change the outcome of that. So, with that being said, how do I feel? I feel really overwhelmed. Yesterday, my head was pounding to the point to where my vision, I can't talk. My vision was just blurry. And today, it's kind of just still that, but I tried my hardest. I got up, got the kids ready, went to their basketball games, trying to still go with my everyday life. My kids, they know what's going on. My older ones have my second YouTube page on repeat, just rewatching my videos, just to help get my watch hours back up, my money back up. Because, y'all, my watch hours was at 900. So if you're a YouTuber, you can only imagine what that is. Like, if you get views, and my money over there on my second page was only at barely $200.
But that was good, Jasmine. $200 and you don't even post over there barely. That's actually good. So all that says is, obviously now all your videos need to go on My Jazzed Up Life, and eventually your watch times, the live streams that she's done, the 2 live streams she's done, she has over 10,000 views on those. Y'all don't pay no attention to Jasmine. She's just whiny. Jasmine likes to complain. That's all she does is complain. Like, even with this being tragic to her, she can convey it in a way like, y'all, when one door closes, another one will open. Like, at some point, try to find some positivity out of your negative situation. She doesn't want to try. That's Jasmine's biggest problem. Let me tell y'all something about Jasmine and her mother. Jasmine has a mother named Cheryl, and Cheryl works for the state of Texas. A few years ago, Cheryl was working part-time at HEB and also working her full-time job. Now, obviously, Cheryl is much older than Jasmine because Cheryl is Jasmine's mother. But even this woman was out working a part-time job. Now, granted, Cheryl doesn't have any little bitty kids, but the woman has physical ailments that prohibits her mobility, right? I think her mom just got like knee surgery, hip surgery, or something like that. But all I'm saying is, your mother is 20 years older than you. And if she can get up and go get an additional job to the full-time job she had, Jasmine, why are you exempt? Yes, you have a 2-year-old. It's always an excuse. Oh, legends on the waiting list. Okay, Jasmine, it's called making some phone calls. It's called making some phone calls and maybe calling a case manager and letting them know. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how it works in Texas with the child care thing and all that. I don't know how that works. But like all I'm saying is a closed mouth don't get fed. You got to call. You got to make some calls. Instead of sitting on the internet complaining, you need to get into your phone and start making some calls, letting people know of your situation. Call 211, see if there's additional resources out there that can help you with childcare that you're not aware of. I mean, he's already at the YMCA. When you go, maybe you could talk to the YMCA. Maybe they can, give you a deal since you're a member and give you a discount to allow the little boy to go to the YMCA daycare for a couple days a week so you can start working. Like, she just got to figure it out. Obviously, Chris is not an option because in none of this she mentions Chris, because Chris, apparently he works as well too. But see, this is why we told you, Jasmine, you didn't need another child, sis. You were struggling with those 4. You thought it was a good idea to go birth Legend because Chris was acting as if he wanted to be with you. And as soon as the reality came that here's a child that you got to support, he broke camp. The man didn't even help you when Legend needed a helmet. He didn't even help you pay for that. But yet you was trying to have another baby with the man.
I did appeal for them to review it. Go to part 2 because this is already getting long. I did a whole appeal. I'm gonna talk about the appeal situation in part 2.
No, she can't work a remote job either, Lisa, because Legend doesn't know how to be quiet in the background. And y'all know with those remote jobs, you can't have all that noise going on in the background. So she can't even work a remote job either. Okay. So y'all, let's change the focus for a minute on Jasmine, because I mean, my God, we can only talk about I don't even know what to say anymore about that girl. Let's get into another conversation. So Skye's life. Y'all remember a couple days ago, we reacted to Skye selling plates. Y'all remember that? Skye was over there selling plates. We watched her prepare soupy baked beans, and we watched her prepare macaroni and cheese that she put whole milk, evaporated milk, and heavy whipping cream in that macaroni and cheese. I don't even know how many different cheeses she used because I was so stopped up with all the different milks. I couldn't even continue to watch. Well, Skye had something she wanted to get y'all told, because she said, y'all always got a storyline and y'all don't have no life. So Skye has some information for y'all. So let's get into what Skye, she loved to get us told every now and then. So let's get into Skye real quick.
See, this how y'all know I don't watch the reactors. Why I gotta go on somebody else's page that I support to find out people talking about I use food stamps to make plates? I didn't. I've never sold my food stamps. I'm not gonna use my food stamps to go buy food to make plates. I mean, yeah, people would say that's a smart thing to do, but I borrowed the money and I paid the money back when I got my YouTube check. So I pretty much used my YouTube check to make plates. I mean, that's what you do. You invest the money and then see, I make videos on it. So then I can file that because I do my own taxes. God, people are so stupid.
But yet she's the smart one. Now listen to what she just said. Skye said, y'all want to assume that I sold my food stamps to buy the food to make plates for wherever she was making plates for. First and foremost, why would you sell the food stamps to buy food when the food stamps buys food? Genius. Secondly, You stated that you borrowed the money from somebody to buy the food to make the plates that you were selling. And when you got your YouTube check, you paid said person back. Well, here's the thing, dummy. You would have been better off using your food stamps to buy the food, because if you had food stamps, why wouldn't you buy the ingredients to make the baked beans and macaroni with the food stamps? Why use cash, genius? Because when you use cash at the store, they're going to charge you sales tax, Skye. If you would have just used the food stamps to buy the food, then you wouldn't have been charged tax, genius. So actually, that was dumb. And I don't even believe you borrowed cash from somebody to buy food when you get a truckload of food stamps. I don't even believe that. And if that's what you did, girl, you about as dumb as you look. Okay? I'm just gonna keep it 100. You're gonna take cash to buy food and then pay taxes on the food when you could have just used your food stamps and not pay taxes on the food. Oh, okay, girl.
But hey, y'all think I use my food stamps? That's on y'all. Don't get mad because I get them. Yeah, people are dumb. When you can't use food stamps for pots, you can't use food stamps for a cooler. So why? I might as well go ahead and pay for the rest.
I'm about to call you Jasmine. I'm shit. It's damn near the same thing. Skye, of course you can't buy pots and pans with food stamps. Based off the pots and pans you showed us, sis, them pots and pans were bought a long damn time ago. Hell, you were cooking the food in your mammy's house. So why would you buy pots and pans? Don't your mama got pots and pans?
With money. But yeah, it's cool. Think what you want. Y'all just trying to get views as always. Dang, I take a break from social media and still get talked about. Ain't done a live in a minute. I might as well do a live. I'm still gonna get talked about regardless. But I bet you don't. The reactors won't make a video about this. Oh, she really didn't use her food stamps.
So we gonna believe you didn't use your food stamps because you said you didn't? Girl, you act like we in the store. We was the cashier and you came through our line.
Now I've been using my food stamps to get hot food. I sure have. Because I've been wanting to see what we could get with it. So yep. We've been eating some hot food with our food stamps. We get enough.
Not you bragging that you get enough food stamps. Skye, you about as dumb as you look sitting in this car in the damn dark, okay? All you needed was a flashlight, and you should have just put it up under your chin so you could look like a whole ghost and goblin over there. Baby, when I tell you slow and delayed, you on here telling us I ain't use my food stamps to buy food. Girl, if you borrowed money, allegedly borrowed money to buy the food, to invest in your selling plates, why wouldn't you borrow the money to get the deposit to move into a place instead of over there crowding your mama out? Baby, when I tell you these people are slow and delusional, girl, you are sitting in your car with the crickets in the background, acting as if you're telling somebody off. Ma'am, you're homeless. You are waiting on your income taxes. I guarantee you, Skye will not get a place until she get her income taxes. More than likely, she's waiting to get her income taxes to either get a place in the city that she's in or to relocate to a whole nother state. She's betting on her income taxes to pull her through. Girl, if you was my mama, I would be pissed. If you was my mother, I would be so damn pissed. First and foremost, that you on the internet bragging that you get food stamps and you can buy hot food. Instead of bragging about you just found you a 3 or 4 bedroom house that you can afford. You on here bragging about you get food stamps and I get a whole bunch of them and we can buy hot foods. And I just been buying different hot foods because I just want to see what you can buy. So basically you're wasting the food stamps? Child, and this somebody mama. Anyway, I said, baby, it don't get no dumber than that. Oh yeah, no, I didn't use food stamps. See, y'all think I used my food stamps. No, she thought we sold her food. First and foremost, genius, why would you sell food stamps to buy food? Isn't that what you buy food with? Food stamps? And if you did borrow cash, which I highly doubt that, if you did borrow cash to buy the food to make your meals to sell plates with, why would you spend cash and then pay taxes when all you had to do was use the food stamps and you wouldn't have paid taxes in the grocery store? Because when you use food stamps in the grocery store, they don't charge you tax. That's the luxury of using the food stamps. Oh my God. Renee, dumb, slowed, and delayed, honey. Oh, I said, girl. I said, baby. Oh my goodness. Ain't no way in the world I would get on the internet with all this dumb conversation. I said, this, you can't make this stuff up. This is sad and pathetic. Y'all just talk about me. I took a break, girl. You don't need to take a break from anything. You need to be on go. If the goal is to rehome your children and yourself, you should be on go, honey. Po thing over there. All right, y'all. That's enough of her. Skye gives me a headache. Let me look over here in the comments real quick. Hold on, y'all. She got too many children to be this slow, girl. I mean, let's be honest, honey. You ain't got to be real smart to move that pelvic bone. Okay, you ain't got to be intelligent to move that pelvic bone, honey. Okay, that's probably why she got so many daggone kids, because she ain't that bright. Okay. Child, T. Wilson said, "Ooh, the lies she tell, girl, a mess, honey, just a mess." I saw that and I couldn't believe it. I said, Skye, girl, you sound dumb. You should have just let the people say what the hell they wanted to say. Because let's be honest, you probably should have bought that food with your food stamps. TMI, did you see her balling with her YouTube check? No, sis, I didn't see that. Where is she balling with the YouTube check at? Is that in a video or she did yeah, the pelvic thrust, honey, Tamika, girl. I didn't see that. I'm going to catch that on another one. Let me go watch it and see what I can see, okay? I want to get into Wine Glass real quick. Wine Glass did a Q&A. She said this was her first Q&A while she do a clean with me. And I listened to a few minutes, and I said, well, you know what? Let me stop, because Wine Glass... Okay, anyway, I'm going to just let her talk. I'm not even going to say anything. Let's get into it.
How are you liking the new job, sis? I love it. It's really easy. Like, the job is like really simple. It's like if you have kids, you used to taking care of your kids, and this job will be perfect for you because, well, it's not perfect for everybody, but it'd be perfect for you if you have kids, because you take care of your kids, you clean your kids up every day. This is what I do, but it's with older people, so they don't need like assistance all day. Because I know somebody said that it seemed like I really don't have a job because I have an hour and 30-minute break. Usually I have more than an hour and 30-minute break because in the morning you cook breakfast and then they go to their programs and then I come back and depending on what their needs are is what we get paid for. So that's how we get paid there. And it's very flexible since I got kids. I can run in and out of the apartment to assist with my kids or something like that. If I have to leave or if I have to go pick them up from school or something, or if they, get sick, I could um, always just tell them like, hey, do them, and you only really spend like an hour in there, like, so you cook, you clean, and if they need any other assistance, that's what you do for them. Like give them medicine or, get them a shower, stuff like that. That's what I do. So basically I do AMs, I do lunch, and I do dinners and beds, which I really like it.
Let me tell y'all something. One thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to knock somebody's hustle. I mean, Wine Glass realized that the money her and Bay over there bring in is not enough. They got 4 kids. She got a man that refuses to do anything other than sit up in that house and play that video game. And sis said, I got to do what I got to do. Wine Glass told us she decided to go get a job because they didn't have enough money to wash clothes once a week. So, she said, I got to do something. She told Bay to just relax, be chill. I'm already out every day anyway, picking up kids, running errands. Wine Glass said we only get $240 in food stamps, and food is high. So I got to go get me a job. And you know what? It's just sad that Wine Glass feels like that she's the only one that needs to contribute to a household that she's not the only person a party to. She's not the only person that lives in that house. There's 2 adults that live in that house. So I personally feel like there's 2 adults that need to work. That's just my opinion. Little Esme, somebody got to watch little Esme. Okay. So instead of Wine Glass saying, well, I'm going to work in the morning, you work in the evenings, or I'll work in the evenings and you work in the morning. And when I'm at work, you watch little Esme. And when you're at work, I'll watch little Esme. Wine Glass said, that's too complicated. I don't want my man to, feel like that, he's doing too much. I want to keep peace in my house. So Wine Glass said, since I'm already the one with the hustle bone, okay, I'm going to get out and go hustle. And that's what she did, y'all. You asking, does Bay get a check? Of course he does. Yes. He said he has some type of disability. I think Wine Glass said he got shot up or something. I don't know what happened to the man. But yes, he definitely gets a check, and Wine Glass loves every piece of this lazy man. Okay.
So
PlayStation Bay.
I really love it. What's your most goal? What is your most important goal for 2024? Do you have, okay, hold on. No more babies, right? Period. You already know. Well, I'm not saying I'm done, but I'm saying I don't, like right now financially, I'm not gonna have a whole nother baby. Like that's not my goal. So
Now, one thing I can't do is police this woman's ussy, okay? I definitely can't police her ussy. Sis, you should be done having children. You got 4, Wine Glass. You got 4 kids, and you're struggling. And look, a lot of us are struggling. Okay, we're struggling to make those ends meet. The fact that you said that you're not done having babies, why not? I mean, huh? Like it would be any easier to have another child? When she had this last baby, little Esme, the girl, she was struggling. She could barely walk, barely breathe. That pregnancy was hard on her. And then you have a man that's not going to let you sit down and chill out. You got to get up and run kids to school and run them to the ER every 10 minutes because you claim something wrong with all your kids. Like, girl, you definitely should be done birthing babies. At least you should be done birthing children until you're in a position where you don't need the assistance of the government to help take care of them. Like, I don't get it. You got 4 kids. 4 would be plenty enough for me.
So no more babies. Do you think couples should split bills 50-50? Yeah, they should split bills 50-50. Why wouldn't a person, because how I feel like, okay, with couples, right? Because I was just talking to my mother-in-law about this because she was having problems with something else. And I was like, as a couple, if you don't have it, your partner supposed to help you with it. You know what I mean? This is why you in a
Hush, wine glass. Island Girl says TMR in 2024 roles have definitely been reversed. If he would do all the things in the house, shop, clean, cook, and watch kids, that would be good. But doing nothing, playing games is a no-go. You're right, sis. Roles have been reversed, in this new generation. You're right. You definitely are right. But sis, I'm gonna just keep thinking from my old school way of thinking. Ain't nothing wrong with that. A man don't work, a man don't eat. And that's in 2024, 2020, 2030, 2050, 20 shit, 3099. A man don't work, a man don't eat. And I don't care what anybody says, ultimately, the man is the head of the household. At least he should be. Let me say that. He should be the head of the household, and the woman, if we're dealing with a man woman situation, I do understand there's women man men situations, but even in if it's a same sex relationship, there is somebody who's considered the head of the household. Okay, they're taking on that dominant position, right? So one person should be the dominant position in the household. And based off what we have watched with Wine Glass, we definitely see that she's the dominant in the position of her household. Okay, she does everything. She goes to the laundromat by herself. She takes the kids to doctor's appointments. She runs errands. Now she's gotten a part-time job in the midst of doing her mommy duties. And because Bae doesn't like to be seen on videos, Wineglass tells us just because you doesn't see Bae doesn't mean he doesn't do anything. And you're right, sis. She's definitely right about that. Just because we don't see him, we don't see what he's doing. The problem is, sis, when we see you, we see what he's not doing. That's the problem.
relationship. If something happens, he's supposed to have your back, or she's supposed to have your back. This is all to it, not being selfish or anything. But yeah, y'all supposed to hold each other down 50-50. If one person's struggling or needs some extra funds, then that person should be able to be like, okay, I'm gonna wait on this bill and I give you this money to put on this other bill, or get this money to get the kids something, or that's just how it goes. It should be like that, but everybody relationship is different. um I notice there's a lot of people argue in their relationship. It's crazy to me. Like, it's a lot of stuff that people deal with in a relationship, but like financially, yes, you shouldn't have to take the bearer of a man 24/7 at all. They should be helping you 50%, like, period.
She says a lot of people arguing their relationship. So here's my thing, Wine Glass. If you and Bae never have a disagreement, sis, there's no way in life that you can tell me that you guys are a perfect couple, because there's not a perfect person. So if there's not perfect people, then there's no such thing as a perfect couple. Couples should disagree. When they don't disagree, more than likely that means they don't communicate. Okay? If you guys are not disagreeing, that means you don't communicate with each other. So then that means there's something lacking in your relationship because there's no communication. Po thing over there. Virgo, I don't know
What's
why.
your important goal of 24? So my goal for 24 is to
She don't know. Can y'all imagine? Somebody asked her, "What's your goal for 2024?" And sis paused for about a minute. She don't have any goals. And that's so sad, y'all. Being a mom of 4 children and you have no goals. Wouldn't the first goal be not to rely on the government for assistance? And nothing wrong with if if you're disabled, you're disabled. And Wineglass told us she has some disability. I think I don't know I can't remember what she said, bipolar or something she said. I don't remember. But wouldn't a goal be to get a bigger home? Like if these were constant things that she's working towards, soon as she saw that question, she would have been able to ramble it off. Boom, 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 boom. It's the fact that you waited a whole minute and had since you have no goals, what do you get up every morning and look forward to? Being debt free, Mrs. Simmons?
is to be financially stable. And financially stable is different from everybody, but on my part of who I am and how my life is, I want to be financially stable that I don't have to ask nobody for nothing. I don't have to have my hand out for nothing. Because I hate that. Like, it makes me feel so weak. And I'm such a strong person. Like, I would do everything myself because that's just who I am. So yeah, financially stable is definitely a very important goal in 2024. And for 2025, like, period. Like, that's my goal. Oops, typo. What's your favorite chore and favorite meal to cook?
Now here's the
Girl,
thing, y'all. Being financially stable definitely should be a goal for all of us if you're currently not. But my problem with her response to that is, sis, how are you going to work towards financial stability when you're the only one working on that? Again, if she lived in that house by herself, just her and her 4 kids, but you have a mate, sis. So how is he helping? Wineglass speaks as if she's a single woman. She doesn't speak as if she has a partner there with her. Whenever she talks as if she's by herself. And we know that she's not by herself. Yeah, that definitely is a beer belly.
No favorite chore. I don't. I have a specific way I clean. Bay has a specific way he cleans.
He said a Pacific. Anyway.
And I feel like he takes the long way of cleaning. I don't take the long way. Like, if I'm going to deep clean, it's going to take me some days. But I be trying to hurry up. But, y'all, I feel like I don't have, my favorite thing with chores is not, like, okay, me going washing and seeing the soap, like a lot of soap in there. I know y'all be like, y'all, you're not supposed to put that much soap. I don't care. My clothes do not smell clean. They're not clean. So that's my favorite part, is putting them in. Now, putting them up, my favorite part of a chore is when my house is clean. Like, is that weird? Like, I don't like cleaning it up, but then I like my house to be clean. And another thing too, I don't know if this is a chore.
Sis, how do you not like to clean, but yet you want your house cleaned up? Then who gonna clean it up if you don't clean it up? Now, a video that Wineglass did, I think it was last year, or I can't remember. It was last year or maybe the year before. Maybe it was early 2023. There was a video that Wine Glass did that kind of went viral for her. She had when she was in her other apartment, she had a bout of depression, which led her to be in the bed for several days. And she turned that into a clean with me. And while she was laying in the bed, her house was destroyed by her, Bae, and the children. The whole time that she was laying in the bed with depression and couldn't get out the bed, Bae did nothing to help her. He didn't clean up anything. He didn't pick up anything. The house was tragic. It was tragic to watch how they allowed that house to look while she was laying in the bed dealing with whatever she was dealing with. So that's why I just be feeling like Bae doesn't do anything and she does everything, because that video alone showed us the kitchen was, I don't even want to tell you how bad the kitchen was atrocious. It was spilled food all on the stove, the dishes piled up yay high in the sink. And I don't believe that anyone said to her, or she said to Bae, hey, don't touch nothing, because when I get out of this bed from my depression, I'm going to do a clean with me video. He kept the kids alive. That's about all he did.
Or anything, but like, you know, my plugins, if I walk in my house and my house stank, I'm pissed. Like, I don't give a fuck. We getting up. We finna clean up. I'm like, this house stank. We need to get this together. I do not like that. I don't care if I'm cluttered, junky. My house is junky. My house smell. I'm having a fit. Like, period. Like, that's just me. My favorite meal, I don't even have a favorite meal. But oh yeah, my favorite meal to prepare or cook, maybe because I like it, is my carrots and green beans. Like, I love cooked carrots. I love it. It tastes so good to me. That's my favorite meal to eat. Now, preparing, I don't know. I don't really like to prepare stuff. Maybe because it's such, I have to do it. Maybe when the kids grow up, maybe I have a favorite to cook. Sounds cool. I love.
Hey, Pearl.
Hey, boom. Right. It's teamwork. Yes. In a relationship, it's definitely teamwork. My stuff gotta be soapy too. Yes. Like, I don't understand. Like, if it's not soapy or it don't smell good, I'm pissed. It's not clean. Then it gotta get clean again. What three things are you changing or doing right now to affect financial stability? So right now, how I'm doing that is I'm still doing my YouTube. Y'all see, like, I have not stopped. I know y'all like, Wine Glass is gonna eventually take weeks off. Nope, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna keep going because I have it in my heart that I'm going to make. I'm not saying I'm going to be rich. That's not what I want. I want to live comfortably, okay, with my kids, that we won't have to worry about money. That's the only thing I want, and that's my goal. And doing YouTube is definitely my goal, and I feel it and I know it.
And you know what? It's nothing wrong with her wanting better for her. One thing I could say about Wine Glass, her conversation sounds better than Jasmine. Wine Glass wants to truly do better. She complains, but she doesn't complain as obsessively as my Jazzy life does. Wine Glass says, I want to live comfortably. I want to be comfortable in my living. I'm not saying I want to be rich, but I want to be comfortable. And most people are striving for that, right? If they're not already rich, most people who are poor are striving to get to the point where they can at least pay their bills and not worry. There's nothing wrong with that. One thing I can appreciate about Wine Glass versus my Jazzy life, she will put forth the effort, okay? She definitely will try to put forth the effort, and I appreciate that for her. And I can't tell her what man to be with, what man to choose, because that's her business. If Bae works for her, Bae works for me, okay? Because that's her thing. That ain't my thing. But I wish Wine Glass would open her eyes to see that if Bae would work just as hard as she tries to work, they would be in a much better position financially.
YouTube, just being a content creation, period, and showing my raw reality, even though some people don't like it. But I got another job. That's another thing just to push me to help me get there, because I feel like me and Bae make good income. Now, I feel like the prices of living went so up that our income is like neck to neck with the prices. And I don't like that. I don't like that feeling. I don't like that feeling. Like, I honestly don't like the feeling of feeling like I have nothing left over. I hate that feeling. Like, just me being honest.
Wine glass, it's the cost of living, not the price of living. And let's be honest, sis, basically because you receive some type of social security benefit, the cost of living probably has always been higher than what you're bringing in, sis. I mean, yeah, because unfortunately you can't live solely on a disability check. You know, it's hard trying to do that unless you got some type of assistance, like you live with somebody or you got some type of public housing or Section 8.
You ain't getting no more. We just gave you juice.
I don't know. I think
He's
SSI
a
is like
bad boy.
9
He loves
something.
to
I don't
eat,
know.
drink
I don't know.
all day. We are in a recession and it is bad. Yes, that's how I feel. Like, I feel like no matter how much income I make, it's always a struggle. And I'm tired. I don't like that. I don't like, even Bae, I was talking to Bae mom. She was like, I do so much overtime and it still feel like I'm just broke. And what is something just not adding up? I'm like, it's because these prices is everything. Like, everything is so damn high. And it's just that, like, that's it. That's all. Like, that's all I can say.
Oh, the social
Good
security
job
is
on your
943 Black
consistency on
Inclusion.
YouTube. Yes, y'all. I was like, you know what? I don't feel like, like, many a times I come home and I'll be like, you know what? I don't feel like doing nothing. I'm just gonna lay here. I'm gonna relax, and I'm not gonna do nothing. But I worked hard to be right here just to give it up. You know what I mean? Okay, this job is good. You know what I mean? But this is not my permanent lifestyle. I want my lifestyle to be better than this. You know what I mean? This income is definitely, like, working, definitely is giving me a little bit more boost. But doing YouTube is definitely going to give me that independent stability to do what I want to do for my kids. And I'm just working hard right now to get to where we're going to be. And then once I feel like we in a better place, because I know the potential of what I can make on YouTube. I know I made that before, and
Wine glass. What potential have you consistently made on YouTube that you feel like could be a livable income, being the sole provider of 4 children? You are you saying you consistently made $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month? Consistent? No, wine glass. We've seen your views, sis. That's not happening. You might have had a good month where you made, I don't know, a couple thousand or whatever like that, but see, that's the problem, y'all. Everybody want to live the dream of a content creator of what they've seen other people do, but the reality is everybody can't do that. Because if everybody could, everybody would. Boy.
but I know the potential, and so I know what I'm doing. It's just that now I'm different. Like, I get a job, I'm not gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit. I'm gonna keep going. I just gotta work a little harder than anybody else, because I want different things. And I know a lot of people be like, you're being ungrateful, but no, I'm not being ungrateful. I'm just being me. And this is,
You got to work harder than other people because unfortunately you have a partner that's not working as hard as you. Because if your partner was working just as hard as you, wine glass, you guys will probably reach that goal quicker than what you would do by yourself.
I feel like I should, I don't know. I feel like in life, the place that you are right now, you shouldn't be like, okay, this is all I'm going to have in life. No, you should always have a goal. So if you have a goal, that's not being
So basically, what you're saying, you shouldn't be complacent.
selfish or ungrateful. That means you're growing. I feel like you're learning and you're growing. That's how I feel. Stop, Malaysia. Here, go put this in your what's the name?
All right, y'all.
Open.
That's enough for Wine Glass. Poor thing. You know what? Like I said, I appreciate the fact that Wine Glass realized, you know what, this YouTube, this whatever other income she got coming in, it's just not enough. I need more. I'm trying to work towards being more financially stable. Wine Glass said, you know, in the past she's gotten jobs, she's quit them. She said this time the job that she has, she's not going to quit it until she gets where she needs to be. How much you want to bet, y'all? I guarantee you, when Wine Glass get her tax check, she's gonna quit that job. Watch and see what I tell you. But what one good thing, smart thing about her is she know the holidays are coming up. And obviously she want to produce a good holiday for her family. So she said, well, you know, I gotta do it by hook or crook. You know, I gotta get up and do it. VT says YouTube is oversaturated by breeders with no shame and begging, lying, scamming, and strangers. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I do too, Passion Lisa. I love the fact that she realized that there's a deficit here and I need to go fill that deficit. I gotta go to work. Like the money ain't gonna come knock on my door and say, here I am. So she knows I gotta hustle my YouTube, I gotta work, I gotta do whatever I gotta do. Y'all know Wine Glass, she does hair. I think she braids hair on the side. So she definitely is a hustler. I can say I can give her that more than I can my jazzy life. If Wine Glass channel got, terminated for some reason, I mean, I'm sure she would come on here and tell the people about it, but she wouldn't do countless videos of crying. Wine Glass gonna figure it out behind the scenes, and the next time we see her, she be working full time, doing what she got to do. Again, y'all, there's nothing wrong with going to work, and that's why we was trying to express to Jasmine, get up off your ass and get off this internet crying like a 2-year-old, and go find you a job and try to build your channel with 20,000 followers to the 60,000 that you used to have on the other channel. I mean, it could have been worse, Now, what Jasmine better hope that doesn't happen, and I hope it doesn't happen for her. If her main channel had the same AdSense number as her My Jazzed Up Life channel, she better hope that they don't terminate that channel too. If they do more investigation. That's why if I was Jasmine, I would stop drawing attention to the fact that my channel was terminated and just keep minding my business and putting up my content and shutting my damn mouth. If I was her, okay? I wouldn't keep bringing attention to it. Because if YouTube does enough research, they'll see that this other channel more than likely is associated with that same AdSense of the channel they terminated. And they could come back and terminate that one too. Because if it's under the same AdSense account number, it's a possibility, So like I said, if I was Jasmine, I would just hush and just keep looking straight ahead, put out my videos, fill out some applications, and go find me a job. Find somewhere to put a little stinker bug and go on about your business, okay? All right, y'all. That's my time, honey. That's my reaction. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I apologize earlier. I was having some glitches with the internet or with the Wi-Fi or whatever. I apologize for that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this live stream. Make sure you guys clock out on the way out to dough. TMI's gonna see y'all in the next one, honey. Remember, sub what you love. Bye.